Hello there everyone, I'm Matthew and you're watching Campus TV Marburg. Well, today we're privileged to be able to talk to Adam from Royal Republic, a Swedish band who met in 2007 while studying at university. Now, they've already released 2 albums, We Are the Royal and Save the Nation, and they're just about to release their 3rd album next year, which will be Weekend Man. Well, in preparation for this album, they are now currently doing a tour in Germany and are performing later this evening here in Marburg. But before they do so, they've kindly agreed, well, Adam's kindly agreed to come and meet us and have a little chat. So, without further ado, let's go and meet him. So, good afternoon, Adam.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
Matthew.
Matthew. Hi, Matthew.
Pleased to meet you. Thank you very much for agreeing to come to see us.
Thank you for having us.
How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Good, 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 good. So, you've got a new album coming out early next year, Weekend Man.
That's right.
Now, this is an interesting name I found, Weekend Man. Why is it called Weekend Man? What is a weekend man?
Yeah, that's the thing we want, that's a question for everybody to answer themselves, pretty much. We wrote the song, the title track, Weekend Man, which is about, the thing is we kind of want people to have their own, I mean, it's pretty clear already, if you know the lyrics for the song, which you don't yet.
Not yet.
Basically, it is the demon or whatever, a mythical creature. It's kind of like a not a superhero, but you know, Spider-Man, Batman, Weekend Man.
Aha.
And he's the one that makes us do all these. The devil on your shoulder, you know.
I see.
That kind of creature.
So the one that sort of tempts you to do
exactly,
the daring stuff that you shouldn't really do. But
right, all the fun stuff.
The fun stuff, so you could say. So yeah, you've released 2 albums already. What makes this album particularly different?
The first album was just pure adrenaline. We didn't really think. It was really like monkeys with guns, you know, just a lot of energy and not really knowing where to aim. And that was really cool. I mean, nobody expects anything. It was just you know, we were your underdogs, and you know, wow, nobody saw that coming. So that went well. And that album kept us on the road for basically 2 years. We did like 300 something shows on the back of that album.
Oh wow.
And when the tour ended, we were just dying, you know, for like new music. Please, we need new songs. We need to do this next album now.
Yeah.
Quickly, and we had about 3 weeks or something to write the songs. Yeah.
Wow.
And it was like, all of a sudden this pressure came along. Okay, now we got to follow up on the success or whatever you want to call it of the first album. Not like we didn't have any huge hits on it or anything.
Yeah.
But it was still like a good roll. We were on a good roll at that time.
Yeah.
And it's what most bands and artists feel, I guess. Okay, you know, now it's the pressure of making the second album. And usually that shines through a little bit.
Yeah.
That you don't really nail it the way you want. And that's what we feel now, looking back on it maybe, touring the album and so on, just like...
What is the sort of process you go through to try and, when you write a new song, you say some of them just fall into place, other ones take longer. Do you have a way, maybe, do you play with an idea, improvise a bit, or do you... I don't know, what is the process you go through in making your music?
Well, like I said, some of them are just fall onto your head from nowhere.
Yeah.
I usually think, I think very much of live situations. I think like if I was on stage waiting for Royal Republic to come on and play a song, what would I want to hear? What would I expect as a concert goer? If I was in front of myself or us, you know.
Project in the future what you think.
Pretty much. If I see it from this side, what would I think was cool? And then I start playing, that's not, but this is cool. This would be cool. This sounds like Royal Republic.
You can imagine it already before.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Because we work the way that we record like full-fledged demos that could be basically released as is.
Yeah.
So just trying stuff, making a recording of the song, and then just sitting, cutting, moving stuff, redoing this, redoing that. And then you need to get some distance, leave it alone for a couple of weeks, and then play it back. Like then you forgot all about it, so then you don't even know your own song. You play it, and it's like, oh, that's fresh, that's cool.
Yeah. That's good.
So that's what you do. Sometimes it turns out great, sometimes it doesn't. And then you need to either keep working on it or move on.
Yeah.
And this time we had quite a bit of pressure from the record company and from the management and people around us. Because it is, you know, we're with a major record label now, Universal, and it's the third album. It's important. We have a window of opportunity here. You know, no, but I mean, we built something that we're very proud of over these last few years, from just being a newly formed band without even a rehearsal room.
Oh, wow.
And you know, now we play some of the biggest festivals in Europe, and we have amazing headline tours, and you know, a fantastic crew and all that comes with it.
How do you find the jump between that? Was that just suddenly an immediate jump, or?
No, it kind of went. It was pretty fast, but it was still like a, you know, constant.
Yeah, upheaval sort of.
Yeah.
Now you all met at university in Malmö. That's right.
That is right.
Yeah. Did you all study music there?
We did.
Yeah. Do you find that has an influence on your music, having studied music there? What does that bring anything to it, or?
Mostly, I mean, being a good musician and being a good songwriter are two different things.
Yes.
So writing songs is something we're always learning, like, more. I've been writing songs since I was 5 years old.
Wow.
You know, because my family are all musicians.
So we had blood.
No, but we had like recording gear and stuff at home when I was younger, like a cassette, 4-channel, blah 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 yada, guitars, keyboards. So I tried my best as a young boy, if you will.
So how did you actually meet each other at university?
We kind of knew of each other. We didn't know each other. I knew these people on first name basis. You know, I didn't even know their last name. And I saw Hannes, our guitar player. We had like a class together, playing a new song like on every Tuesday afternoon or something. We got together for what they called singer-songwriter ensemble.
Oh, lovely.
It was like a 20 points something, whatever. And I was playing the drums in that ensemble. Yeah. And Hannes was playing the guitar, and he brought a song that week. You know, Does My Ring Burn Your Finger? Or something like that, blues song, blues country. And we played it, and then he played this solo, and he looked like he's a very chill dude. He's very, you know, I get pissed, I almost punch him sometimes because I just want, you know, sign of life.
Yeah.
But when he was playing his solo, he just started squirming and like,
wow, came to life.
Yeah, insane, just faces. And I was just, wow, if we can get you to do that
on stage
in like for 90 minutes, like the whole time, that would be great, you know?
Yeah.
So he was the guy, and then, you know, drummer, Pa was obvious choice, and then Jonas came in. It just made sense.
Now I read somewhere that you're quite different to each other. In what way are you different to each other?
We're basically like a compass.
Okay.
It's north, east, west, and what's it? Up is white, left is brown. No?
North, east, never eat shredded wheat.
Right. But that's pretty much what it's like. Everybody is very creative, and I usually call it, we're pretty much like a democracy with a dictator. So everybody has ideas, and everybody's tries to contribute as much as they can. Then somebody has to decide ultimately, you know, otherwise you'll just be stuck forever. But everybody wants to go the same direction, and what's different is, I guess, just our very different personalities, which is frustrating at times, obviously, because you pretty much live together for, you know, big parts of the year. Yeah.
Do you socialize a lot together?
On tour, yeah.
On tour. But outside of
at
work,
home.
so to speak?
Mainly for, it's like family, it's like birthdays and weddings.
That's a nice analogy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you find that having these different, I suppose, different personalities brings something to your music? As you said, like the compass, there's like different aspects. Does it make it more rich, your music?
Well, we have different ends. For instance, I tend to write from a live perspective a lot, and just the raw feeling. Pa will sit down a lot of the times and write like from more of a pop creating pop songs perspective with his hooks and the catchiness and his phrases and the you know, that kind of thing. And then sometimes the marriage of those two really turns out great. That's how, you know, Tommy Gun came to be, and Full Steam Space Machine, and All Because of You, the first song we ever put out, and the new single, When I See You Dance With Another. These are all songs that came kind of through that, you know, when we put them together and, you know, help each other out.
And then you'll get something wonderful out of it.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully,
it's like
yeah.
making babies. Basically, it is like making babies and raising them right.
Yeah. Okay, that's an interesting. Yeah, I like your analogies.
Something like that, yeah.
When you write the album, do you find, you said with these different music types, sorts of music you put together, do you try to thread them together in a way? I don't know, when you order it, for example, do you have like a running theme to try and keep it together, or? I don't know, how do you...
what do you mean,
like
on
a
an
concept,
album?
yeah, an album.
We really, we strongly dig the whole album thinking still. I mean, in a world where Spotify and streaming, you know, people just like top 10, it's all hit singles, just, you know, playlists, and people listen for 30 seconds and then they switch to the next one and to the next one. You can't go to a party these days without, you know, your Spotify just getting hijacked by 20 drunk people in a row. And you hear like these excerpts of, you know, all the top 20, that's what's going on. So, but we really like the thought of, you know, sitting down and listening to music. I do that a lot still. I just like, listening to music is an activity all by itself.
I agree.
It's not just background noise.
Yeah.
So you sit down and you do whatever, you pour yourself a nice coffee or whiskey or whatever.
Or both.
Or both, maybe, and a croissant. And then you sit down and you listen, and that's how we think. We basically want to take people on a journey, on a dynamic journey.
Journey.
And though most of it is definitely upbeat, like let's party, kind of like that, there are some surprises on there as well.
Ooh. So before, you said you did drumming before. How did you move? Have you sung before? Have you always sung? How did you move from the drumming to the singing as a frontman?
Well, I pretty much did, like I said, we had everything around the house. I played the piano, I got my first drum kit on my 5th birthday.
Okay. So you do everything then?
I play the guitar, pretty much. I know.
All-rounder man.
I try to stay on top of it. I don't. Singing was a bit of a bitch. I started playing shows with my dad. He brought me to, like, as a guest on some nights to play, you know, the local pubs and, you know, parties or whatever he was hired to do. And it turned out to be quite a, like, turn on for people. Like, whoa, you know, it's his father and the son, and I was sitting there, and the first, like, steps of trying to sing, and I was very, very uncomfortable with my voice.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was like 16, I started like the gymnasium.
Yeah.
College? What do they call it? What's the English?
Secondary school.
Secondary school, right?
Yeah.
In the music program, and we were in the choir, and the choir leader, got us in one by one to check our range.
Yeah.
And she was like, sing this note, da 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 da, and that was like my top note, like you know.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, you're a bass. You're not supposed to go over this note. And that stuck with me for a long time.
Yeah.
Because what I'm doing now is insane. It's like over here, range-wise. You know?
Everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. So this was a lot of willpower.
Yeah.
To make this work.
I can imagine. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, we haven't got any more time to talk with you, sir, but thank you very much, really, for coming to talk with us. We wish you all the very best with your concert this evening and for the rest in Germany, and no doubt it'll be a success. So
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All
Thanks very much. Take care.
Take care.
And thank you very much for watching at home.
What was the question again?